I'm back, Libra. What y'all got going? I took a snap break. I like the way these just rolling out. It's all that time. Look at that way you put that intention out. Because I said, I put all that time on. Then get my bill. We'll see though. Anyway though, what's Libra? What's going on though? Did I premeditate? No. Did I figure out what's gonna come? No. We're just going with the spread. It really is. The rest of them, though, I told you it's gonna be. Hopefully the sun will be out tomorrow because I didn't want to do it in my room. Alright. While you're here to tell a friend, and share and subscribe. Please. 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 Alright. Overall mood. Ah, damn. Let me see. Let me get another deep. 6 of Swords had came. 6 of Swords had came out on the what you call reading. But let me see. Let me get another deck. Because it came out now. It just comes out again. I was doing Virgo. Virgo had 6 of Swords. So now I had 6 of Swords. I don't know why I said Libra. 6 of Wands still the same. Look. So I was on the money though. I'm still use that when I keep pulling though. But let's go. 6 of Wands could be a card of like necessarily not feeling seen. Because you also got the Devil and the Page of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. Make up your mind. And Wands keep beating the dead horse. Page of Swords. Ace of Cups. Wheel of Fortune and the 10 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. Wait. I'm trying to pick them all up. And the Fool reversed. Not the pain. Not the pain. Oh. Overall mood, we got Scorpionic energy. Could be going back towards something ideally though, or it could be an energy of needing to let something go with some harsh ending that is going about that needs to be let go of. One of y'all may got a Scorpio placement or a Cap placement or a Scorpio moon. Okay, you got the moon reversed. You got Queen of Cups. You got 6 of Pentacles. You got 10 of Pentacles. You got Justice. We got 6 of Wands. What is that? 6 of Wands, you hear me say, 6 of Wands, I told you it could be some unforeseen energy that's necessarily coming to the light. 10 of Pentacles, that could be like the extent of family feuds. It could be work-like type situations. It could be home. It could be chaos. It could be unfairness. It could be like everything that's just going wrong. Kind of feel like that though. You got 6 of Pentacles. Keep giving to something. For some of y'all though, y'all keep giving in these type of environments, people, situations, whatever it is, like in a form of like needing to be happy or wanting to be happy in a form of, and I think this was necessarily coming true. I don't know. Because I saw you 10 of Pentacles could be the now. So I need to stop saying I don't know. I don't know who the fuck says that. Because it's been on my tongue. I'm like, I don't know. But I still know. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. But yeah, I said it's kind of like somebody keeps giving to the 10 of Pentacles. Like if somebody's already in poverty or situation's already damaged or doesn't have the best character, it's like somebody's like, oh, I'm going to keep and I'm going to keep and I'm going to keep. It's kind of like if something already shattered, why does somebody keep adding to the mess? Like that's the point that I don't understand. You got the Devil energy reversed. You got 10 of Wands with the Page of Swords. And then you have the 5 of Pentacles though. So independently though, it's kind of like somebody keeps pushing and pushing themselves out further and further away. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eight of Swords energy comes about though, or whatever the case of it. It's kind of like somebody keeps isolating, keep doing things. Ten of Wands, that could be in the form of where it's like needing to know when to ask for help. It could be burden, not knowing what to say no. It could be cruel supervisors, people like that type of energy or whatever the case may be. Like feeling like you don't fit in, but I thought it's kind of like somebody who constantly does this, or whatever the case will be. Like it's the conflicting energy because you got Page of Pentacles, so I don't know if that's you. Then you got Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and then you got the Five of Pentacles. It's weird though. Who started the fights or the arguments and miscommunications and want somebody to reach out to them? That's kind of like low key annoying as fuck. Like I'm getting pissed. Like I'm not saying like that though, but it's kind of like somebody does this though. Like they ostracize themselves purposely, then get on their soapbox in the Page of Swords, then come back and then say, "Oh, well, I want you to love me." It's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, do you not? Who do y'all be dealing with? If somebody dealing with you, I'll be like, "Girl, bye," or "Bye." Girl is gender neutral, by the way. You got Two of Cups. You got Two of Swords. Like, who, what the fuck y'all be dealing with though? You got Two of Swords with the Ten of Cups and the Fool, and then the Three of Cups. So what's going on? Two of Swords could be a form of not knowing what to do. It's kind of like this idleness. Like I told you, one of y'all, it's like this idleness. So like one of y'all could be playing both sides, or it could be trying to see things from a different perspective. It could be like looking for some form of truth or some understanding. Though the Three of Cups could be a very gossipy. It could be a very gossipy. Not your friend, not necessarily supportive. It could be substances, certain things, like knowing when to cut certain shit off, like knowing when to cut the party off with certain people, certain places, certain things. It's like knowing when to cut it off. And it seems like it's a rodeo that keeps going about it though. So for me, if it's like a situation or thing, wait a minute, let's just see that. I said that though. Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords. I said that though. Three of Wands is like something. You would be a horrible person to be friends with. Let me just say, whoever this is, they would be a horrible person to be friends with though. Because if they get on their soapbox and they do this pushing forward, back and forward pull, they want to come back at a state of after failure or in a state of a victimy type state. It's kind of like, why do you keep entrapping yourself in situations like this with people or friends or I don't know, whatever it is, but I don't know. You got hair front here. You got Six of Swords and the Star. Because it's kind of like at the end of the day, if you was some emotional, tyrannical type person, it's kind of like, why can't you necessarily just be you? Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like you can't be you at the same time. It's like somebody can't be them, so at the same time, they don't allow somebody else to be them. So it's because of their own unhappiness, it drives them away towards, oh my God, this didn't happen, da da da. It's like dealing with some loss. It drives them in a form of, mm, not the bang, the bang. Oh. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that means. Not the bang. Queen of Pentacles, not the bang. That song could be too lighting up. Because there was a Virgo read needing to light up. I don't know if like you a cusper, you got Virgo placements, ideally though. But that's like needed. That song is kind of like, not the bang. It's like kind of lighting up. Like she's like, not the bang. You know what I'm saying? Like it was making joke out of a light-hearted type style situations though. But this Queen of Pentacles and the Magician and the Nine of Swords, for some of y'all though, if it's going about healing something or certain situations, whether it's in the mind or aspects or feminine type aspects, a lot of y'all, it's not. That's just it though. I told you like this would be a horrible person to be friends with. You got the Moon. Or I said this could be a horrible person to be friends with in a relationship with. Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, everything is fine, and the King of Cups. This would be a horrible. I'm telling you, like, if this is a friendship, a partnership dynamic, it would be a horrible state to be in a friendship with somebody. I would say that though. Three of Wands though, but it's like you could be the person though to where you go off and ostracize. So it's kind of like somebody like this. Oh, people don't understand me, da da da, and they don't allow people to understand them. What you heard me say, Mercury and Scorpio, don't let that make you feel like in a state of where it's very isolating though. But I tell you, with the Moon and the Queen of Wands, this could be highlighted type behavior where somebody who wants to fix something only from their own gain. Queen of Wands could be a very it just feels very backhanded though. I kind of feel like that though. Eight of Pentacles and everything is fine. So I tell you, I kind of feel like it's this though. So it's kind of like if you wanted to fix or do something, even if somebody apologized or came in, they're still in the King of Cups. They're emotional manipulative. They're in the form of the Queen of Wands. Oh, I'm not gonna let this go. It's not trusting. So if you're not receiving trust, it's because you're not trusting. Like, does this make sense? Like I said, this weird. It's kind of seem like this would be a horrible style to be friends with anybody though. I told you it's like a situation that requires like lightheartedness, like not the bang bang. I don't know what's in my head though. I don't know who it is or what person, whatever you're dealing with though. I got trust issues. Because Eight of Pentacles could be in the work. Some of y'all could be thrusting yourself into work to do certain things, ideally though. Pretending that everything's okay when it's not. You know, I said this in Mercury and Scorpio. Go check out that blog. I said, don't let that energy come over you to where you here pretending that things is okay when it's not. Stop. But if I say if this is like some form of relationship partnership, it's kind of hard though, because this is like somebody that could be going through their own thing. Because I would say that on Eight of Swords, there could be some type of mental confusion, depressive, like all those different types of things. With the Magician reverse, it could be like somebody's going through their own type style. I told you, people with depression can be the most manipulative motherfuckers or the manipulatees. So it's kind of like they can learn by the aspect of if I give off depressed type symptoms, you'll come to my rescue. So a lot of people learn it though, like with babies. Like you see when babies cry, they'll when babies cry, really though, when babies be crying though, they learn that, oh, mama's gonna come pick me up. So some babies will learn it though over time, and adults do that same thing too. So that's what people that recognize. You got lovers and a king of wands. You see right through me. How do you do that? I said that though. Seven of Cups reverse. Somebody see right through somebody. I said that though, but if you do, I'm trying to get them all out. So, because this dick almost shot. Here we go. All right, okay, let's go. Let's do this. Oh, well, fuck, chick, you need to come out your life. You need to clean your life. You need to clean your life. I don't know what it is copying up. Okay, anywho, you got the Empress and the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Swords. I feel you, Empress could be a form of somebody who is doubt, who has insecurities, like dealing with their own style types of happiness. The Ace of Swords, though, it could be communication that's necessarily coming about it, though. So your lovers is a very even exchange energy where somebody loves you the way you love, like people treat you how you treat them. And like, say for instance, somebody who is in a state of to where like the things they do, if they don't want to reciprocate it, and it's being honest of like what is it that you put out, do you see through the lens of love? Like if you're manipulative in a form of where it's kind of like, oh, well, I want this and I want this, and it's very one sided in the King of Cups energy, you cannot get mad when somebody's on the other hand, well, a person can get mad at you. They're on the other hand saying, hell no, I don't want to play roots with your ass. Like you get what I'm saying? Because the Empress reverse can be a very it could be a mom, it could be a person, it could be a feminine, it could be somebody with feminine type traits. It could be the style of a person, ideally, though, that's kind of like what was Libra? Virgo reading was about somebody losing their emotional power, though. So, yeah, it did seem like that, though. The Empress reverse could be somebody, I tell you, that could be like a mom, a overbearing, a woman that wants things to be ideally their way, like dealing with their own state of unhappiness and not knowing what to do about it. It's a form of communication, but at the same time, it could be a masculine, though, that's looking for love or wanting to be loved in a form of clear. But if he's a masculine putting that energy out, he's coming from a manipulative type state. So if he's meeting women who are in a state of that's insecure or not necessarily giving off their best state of self, it's like, oh shit, shit isn't working. Now it's time to be clear. That's when new thought processes, new things come in, even if you're feminine. So I say that though. Because you got Hangman, Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles though. For some of y'all though, this is what it is. Like for some of y'all, this could be like you see those people that say, oh, I want to be a power couple. The Ten of Pentacles. For some of y'all, it's like letting go of those dynamics of what family is, what worth is, because with Six of Pentacles, that's not really open to be able to receive it. So it's kind of like, is you really getting what it is that you're really worth? Because you got Four Swords, Page of Cups, reverse, Knight of Wands, the World, and the Sun. Ugh. I'll tell you Four Swords, Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the World and the Sun. Four Swords could be a card of reverse. It's like not wanting to seek help or counsel or needing those aspects. Page of Cups is somebody who could be very dishonest, but also equally emotionally manipulative, inner child type aspects. Knight of Wands could be a very arrogant, boisterous, jealous type energy, though. And then you got the World reversed with the Sun. That's why I say it's all over the place. It's kind of hard being somebody's friend. I would say that, though. So it's kind of like it's always a one-upping style energy. If you say everything is good, somebody pretends something is not okay, then they come back and they do something. Like somebody indecisiveness would, like say if it's a group project, somebody indecisiveness would affect a lot of shit. And it's kind of like, what is it that you want? It's kind of like if somebody's like, so we're voting yes. Just say you on jury duty, you got 11 votes, and somebody just sitting there holding up the whole goddamn thing. Just because they're like, well, I feel like I'm not heard, and it's like, you got to call the judge, and it's like they will purposely hold shit up. You got the Hermit reverse. I mean, you got King of Swords, Hermit reverse, Two of Pentacles, Justice, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups. Oh, I said some of y'all friends fake as fuck, or some of y'all fake as hell. Ooh, that's so mean. Some of y'all friends fake as hell, or certain people fake as hell, though, because Nine of Wands could be an energy of a defeat, is a negative aspect, though. Six of Wands also can be the energy of, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to expose myself to certain things. I did it, or somebody could be saying this about somebody, or you could be coming to awareness about somebody. Have a soft spot for somebody. I don't know, a certain lifestyle, certain things. You get what I'm saying? Then you got Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a very disingenuous type card. Queen of Swords could be tactless and ruthless. That could be a very two-faced, gossip style type person, ideally, though. And then you got Knight of Pentacles, which is very immaturity. Somebody may be very young in age. I would say that, though. Or act young in age. You got Justice. On the other side, you got Two of Pentacles, where they juggling both sides and not making up their damn mind. You got the Hermit reverse, which is isolated, not listening to themselves, a fear type state of like, I need to cut this shit off. God damn. That's why I say one of y'all. Ooh, what the fuck is going on? Queen of Cheeks in my home, baby. Wait, let me explain before you start to punch your girl. I'm about to have. Why is this in my hand? Ooh, I got this on my hand. Okay. Bottom of the deck, though, we still got Six of Wands over here, though. But I said one of y'all is like somebody contemplating they need to cut your ass off, or it's like somebody contemplating they need to cut you off, or you contemplating to cut somebody else off. I would say that, though. Because you got Six of Wands again with the Star, or need to let something go. Got Three of Swords, Page of Cups, and a Ten of Swords. I don't even know why somebody's trying to get this to somebody in the form of being emotionally satisfied somebody. Ten of Swords energy. Like, girl. Ace of Cups and Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, Five of Swords. Overall mood, Seven of Swords. That's why I said, why? The fuck, why? On the bottom of the deck, we got the Moon, Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups, Temperance, Judgment, and the Tower. And then we got Six of Cups, somebody who always in the past. Woo, girl. Tower moment there. That's just pure chaos. Somebody keep doing the same thing. Judgment, keep going off old things. I don't know if somebody's judging them for their past or you judging somebody for their past or ideally though, but it's kind of like one is somebody operates off an old paradigm. It's kind of hard to be able to deal with though. Because in a temperance aspect though, reverse, it's like somebody wants peace or understanding. So when they communicate from a form of a very reckless style type nature. It's not ease. Like somebody isn't accountable. That's what it kind of feels like though. So you got Ten of Cups when it comes to overall happiness. And then you got Knight of Wands. And then you got the Moon though. That's why I said one of y'all. That's how y'all chase after certain things, though. It's weird. Could be howling at the moon. That's why I said it feels like an argument or a situation where the person is kind of like you talking, beating a dead horse about a situation or whatever. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. So I said it's kind of like arguing about that though. But it's like I don't know. It's like somebody's judging you for your past, or you judging somebody else for their past or certain situations though. The Seven of Swords can be a very sneaky, manipulative intent, but it also can be somebody who doesn't have your damn show best interest at heart. It's not a trustworthy style type interest though. It's somebody who plants seeds in the form of, or necessarily, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this here in the form of it. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna be lacking. So it's in the form of malicious type style. It can be shameful secrets. This is people who sabotage certain people purposely or intent with certain situations though. So it could be somebody who take things out of context though. You also got Six of Wands. I say that though. Six of Wands could be a very bully type style. I tell you, those no friends, those people who have like necessarily bad behaviors or whatever the case may be, and they're not the best supporters. Oh no, fuck you. I'm gonna go hang with the in crowd. It's kind of like wanting to be in the in crowd. It's kind of like flatterers, being surrounded by your enemies in a state of where you feel like you can't comp them, so I just gotta go with the flow. Then it comes the Page of Cups, then the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles, where you hear me say the emotional blackmail in the form of, or, oh, I'm sorry, but here you go, in the form of ill intent. Ill intent. It works for you. You got the Star. You got Queen of Swords and the Six of Wands, Six of Swords. You got Four of Swords, though. It's weird, though, because I'm saying it's weird. It's kind of like somebody sets up a situation or wants somebody to fail, ideally, though. So they can always run back to them. Is it weird? Like, who does this? Do you do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Three of Swords, reverse. You got Ace of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. And the Five of Swords. Because Three of Swords and a Five, that puts that Ten of Swords, Two of Swords energy at play where we said a true sword stance or wanting to fix something though. With the Ace of Cups, one of y'all, this like a relationship though. It's like somebody wants to be independent or wanted to do their own thing or wanted to step into. It's kind of like, say for instance, if you was like, oh, well, I don't want to work here no more. I'm going to go somewhere else. So it's kind of like a boss would give you a hard time to give you necessarily a bad review, and then you be hung up in court and you trying to fight for. I'm just trying to be able to get what it is that I need. For some of y'all, know that could be good. But I tell you, it's like some of y'all trying to separate a lifestyle, two different lifestyles, though. And I think it's gonna catch up to one of y'all. Let me just say that though. It's like, mm, the Six of Wands could be like mob, bullying, gang mentality, frenemies. Like I said, one of y'all gonna catch up to somebody. Hey, all right though. But one of y'all said it's like you trying to be independent and do your own thing, but at the same time, it's kind of like, woo, things don't go too good for you. Look like you run back to the same environment, the same people. Don't get mad when you keep accepting the same thing, and then be mad as hell when other folks be like, girl, just shut the fuck up, boy, just shut the fuck up. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, for real. The high priestess. So let's not listen to your intuition. Don't follow yourself or your gut. Could be revealing of information. I tell you though, you got to pay the source energy. I broke the deck down, which is a chatty patty. And you got the hangman though. So somebody very manipulative. I say that though, they are very manipulative. Oh, it's about to be some shit. How did I get in this shit? Should have never came home with this bitch. You low down dirty woman. Back to where you come from. Baby, wait up with my ass. Hit the streets. Your ass is grass. Alright, okay. Dragonfly's overall mood. You got B. I like that though. Dragonfly is a card of where it speaks of transmutation. I like that though. With the busy bee that's hard working, that's somebody who's loyal, somebody who's in there though. I don't know. It's kind of like y'all trying to fight for y'all loyalty though. You got octopus though. Who is this though? I told you, octopus is the energy of a person who doesn't know boundaries. Mm. Hmm. I can see it though. Boundaries will be in a state of where ooh, I said that though with the goddamn Scorpio and coming up, a lot of people is gonna be in the people business or whatever the case may be, or in the form of where it's gonna be very shadowy, gossipy, where like people fail to recognize like the shadow is a form of gossip. It isn't just being coherently evil. That's evil. Because you got octopus, the black egg reverts, and then you got the oyster though. Maybe somebody's in a form of where they like to talk about other things or other people to avoid them. Mm. Because the black egg is like reversed, so it's a throat chakra. Clams up though. For one of y'all though, it's kind of like somebody who violates your boundaries or certain things or emotional type aspects, whether it's you being you or being ready for love though. I kind of feel like it's that though, like somebody's poaching and poaching and poaching, but I kind of feel like that though. Octopus could be a very emotionally draining type person. They can be though. It's like needing to communicate. Hummingbird, spiritual awakening. Crow, ooh, yes, that's why some of y'all may be trying to call onto the crow energy. That's wisdom. That's spiritual wisdom and understanding, though. Let's see how we can bring it. That's spiritual wisdom and understanding, though. It really is, though. That's like being very enlightened. When the crow is out of balance, it is ungrounded and it is hyperly sensitive. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self study. I said that, though. I said that. I said that, though. Ooh. When in balance, it is smart, curious, and loves to learn. When out of balance, it is pushy, insistent, and sharp. This sacred elixir springs from many resources, but it usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, and every moment is worth saving. To bring into balance, take a class. Yeah, that's just it, though. That's what I said. Yeah, some of y'all, that's just thing. Some of y'all are all over the place, or people you dealing with, it's like certain things all over the place. But I kind of feel like it's teaching you to come into a form of to figure out what it is, though, because you know people always say Libras can be very indecisive, which that is true, or whatever the case may be. It can be, not all, because you got the bear, which can be very, very lethargic, tired, shadowy. The hyena, it can be a form of using sarcasm. It can be quick witted, needing to let certain things go, whether it's old, tired behavior, certain things. It's like needing to release those things, but will not. You got the rabbit, which speaks of fear, but when it's out of a state of fear, it talks too fast and it talks too fucking much. You got the lamb, ideally though, in a space of where that's purity and that's peace and in a form of innocence. It is not. You got the lion on the bottom of the deck. I mean, the zebra, which speaks of being reversed, where reverse it can be easily jaded, but at the same time, it's not in a space of creativity. It's not. It can be vanity. No, that's a starfish. It's just jaded though. So I say that though. Needing to find what necessarily makes you happy, that makes you feel like you stand out. But I told you, like somebody judge, either you or somebody else judge you for your past. But I would say that I don't know. But at the same time, it's just weird. It's really weird though. It's weird though, because it's kind of hard to see to deal with though. So I don't know who or what the fuck you dealing with. Let me just say that. If you like this somebody dealing with you, the people necessarily be like, oh, I'm done, whatever the case may be, that's cool. If you dealing with something like that, it's kind of like, and you cut them out, that's cool. For some of y'all, though, it seems like you at the crossroads and you trying to figure out what the fuck it is that you need to do. I was saying that though. Meet me at the crossroad, yeah. But it's like figured out what necessarily makes you happy. Conclusions are within reach. What is it? It's time to release negativity. Yeah, we're gonna read them. I ain't read none of them. The answers you need are coming. That's been coming up for a lot of signs. And I done did Pisces, I done did Virgo, I done did Libra, and I did the overall monthly. Your commitment is being tested though. So if you're in a relationship, I can see why somebody, if you got like a horrible past, I would see that though. If somebody has a horrible past, prosperity lies ahead. So it's kind of like if you're a cheater or you're dating like that person that's kind of like grifty, you kind of just don't know. It's kind of like that's the point of where, like, in the karmic type aspect, where it seems like somebody's being necessarily tested. I would say that though to see if they really want it, because for certain people, it's just two different lifestyles. I say that though. Meet me at the crossroad, working your fears. Some of y'all are okay with it, and then you got nothing yet is set in stone. So that's why I say some of y'all, it's like, oof, maybe y'all got flighty pants. On the bottom of the day, you are good enough. Let me put that up for you. You are good enough. That is full moon in Virgo, so that's relinquishing old insecurities, old things. You got it's a time to give rather than take. I don't know. That's why I said for some of y'all, though, that is so. Okay, let's go. Read your commitment is being tested. I'm wrapping this shit up for the night 'cause it's 11 o'clock. No, not your commitment is being tested. Work with your fear. No, it's time to release negativity. Mm. Meet me at the crossroad lonely. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card could also herald an emotional, intense time since the both full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely tense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air, and when you pull this card, if that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anything or anyone you feel is toxic. For some, this could be a totally different meaning for yourself. For your sex life can improve if you make efforts. Use your magic. You have all you have inside you need to bring about a desired result. Emote is better out than in. It's time to move on from living fearfully to joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. The end of an argument. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting in its tail. It can hear a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time we want to be good, but we're really naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side or shadow self may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you were thinking of making some magic, this is your time. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay, let's go first. Yeah, I said that though. Ooh, I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but baby, if it's you, Libra, you difficult as hell to deal with. I'm gonna say that though, but if it's not, let me just say, it's time for you to clean your life up. All right. Your commitment is being tested. There could be some challenges coming your way, but there's a universe way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to amount, then it probably is. See how it works. Do you believe your dreams will come true, or you have already secretly given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcomes. What you believe to be true is true for you. So believe in yourself. I'm committed to my dreams and move towards them. Move towards them with confidence. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes we need to realize how much we want something. You need to recommit to someone or something. Yeah, I said that. That's probably somebody judging your past. In the lunar cycle, the first quarter moon comes up with the new moon. No matter when you pull this card, you need to see that any dramas you need to see that any dramas as a stepping stone to where you want to be. It can also be a time when you need to stay strong through a storm. I said that though. Other than that though, Libra. Whew. Mm. Other than that though, I don't know what to tell y'all. Oh my elbows is black. Yeah, I'm gonna put some cocoa on. Anywho, but I don't know what to tell y'all. Though I said this is you getting this difficult. Whew. Mhm. But I said, it look like one of y'all may be at a crossroad though when it comes to your life for certain things that it is that you want, for certain things that you need to cut out, like finding your own voice, figuring out do you want to do this, do you want to do this, or whatever it is. Ideally though, like I said, if it's friendships, ideally though, it's kind of like somebody gets on there situation and they constantly ostracize themselves with certain people. Then it's like, oh my God, nobody doesn't understand me. Da, da, da. And it's kind of like, no, but you keep doing this though. So if that is you and the intent, then it's kind of like, okay, it's time to check that though. Being independent, wanting to do your own thing. Like they say, you attract more flies with honey instead of vinegar. If you don't want to be like, this is what the thing I learned. When you constantly gotta tell people, man, I don't trust you. I don't do this. I don't do this. It's like you trying to make somebody else believe something that you don't want to believe. When you constantly got to go out your way to constantly prove to somebody I don't like them, like you don't even believe that you don't like them though. At one point, if you constantly got to go out of your way, at that point of it's kind of like you giving your power away. So if people know how to fuck with you, they will always fuck with you. Does that make sense? But that's why I said for some of y'all, it looks like y'all at a crossroad. Where my shit at? Oh, okay. Yeah. For some of y'all, though, it looks like you at a crossroad. So I would say if you're trying to figure shit out, figure it out though. But in the form of if you are dealing with someone like that or you doing that, it's kind of like your insecurities is not an outside job. When it gets to the point of where somebody has to validate your emotions, or you gotta validate somebody's emotions, whether you have been untrusting or not, you gotta ask yourself. You gotta start asking yourself certain questions. You really do. So that's why I said if it's there, it's there. You know, if you gotta kind of taint it past, I ain't saying you constantly gotta clean it up to somebody else's expectations, but at the point of you gotta be comfortable with whatever decisions that you do to make in your life. If you ain't comfortable with them, stop trying to make everybody else comfortable with them, and then that'll just simmer a whole lot of things out in your life. So other than that, that's why I said I don't know what you trying to do or who you hang with or people or friends though. But I would just say if you in the two of swords energy or around people, it's not necessarily very trusting. I say that though. So you gotta figure that out though. So if you give off those situations, you can't get mad when people don't trust you. But for some of y'all though, it's kinda like you trying to find your way out. Looks like you're at a crossroad. I don't know. So other than that though, you figure it out, you do what you do, I don't know. My bun down just a little bit. No, I don't know. I think I need to nip and tuck my bun. Nip and tuck, nip and tuck. I don't know. It looks like it's darker, but it's not. It's like it's fucking horrible in here though. Other than that though, I'm finna go. Bye.